Here we go. Ah, yeah, I can just load this up from here.
火元は料理以前の問題だ。いくら俺でもそれだけはない。
カップラーメンばかり食べてる人に言われたくありませんわ。でもさとこちゃんもそこそこにはお料理とかできるんだよ。
いいぞレナ、こんなやつのためにわざわざフォローなんかしてやることはないんだぞ。いや
別にフォローってわけじゃないよ。リカちゃんがずば抜けて料理がうまいから目立たないだけでさ、さとこちゃんだってまあ基本くらいはマスターしてるよね。
It has been a while, so I can
ご飯とお味噌汁くらいは作れますよ。
I can relax my voice a little bit.
カリフラワーとブロッコリーの見分けはつかないけどね。どっちも茹でれば食べられるのも同じですわ。
Sorry. Satoko erupted into anger, making two fists and swinging them above her head. Everyone laughed a lot after that.
他の人にならともかくケイチさんに笑われるのだけは我慢がなりませんですわ。
確かに俺は他のみんなよりも料理技術は劣るかもしれない。だけどな、少なくともサトコにだけは負けない自信はあるぞ。少なくともサトコにだけは。
なんですって。急にこと書いて自信があるとは肩払いたくて笑っちゃいますわ。こう見えても私リカと交代でご飯をちゃんと作ってますよ。ちゃんと自炊ぐらいできるんでございますからね。
Okay.
そうかそうか。
Finally I'm done with eating, so I can concentrate on the game.
後でご褒美に飴玉買ってやるからな。
I patted Satoko on the head while I made fun of her. Satoko seemed to know I was making fun of her too, since her face went bright red very quickly and steam started to pour out like she was a kettle.
全然信じてませんのね。とにかくケイチさんより私の方が全然お料理が上手なんでございますのよ。
By the way, it's like, how much time do you have? Like, how long can you be here? Because I'm not gonna... I'm gonna be streaming Higurashi for as long as you are here, so, you know, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, the music patches are pretty weird.
ほう。じゃあカリフラワーとブロッコリーの違いを言えたら俺も信じてやるぞ。ほれ、言ってみろ。
緑の方がブロッコリー、どっちなくて黄色い方カリフラワーが青、赤。
Coolest club cooking activity? It's gonna be Satoko. I always bet on Satoko. Always bet on Satoko.
ほれほれ。ブロッコリーは何色だ？青、赤、緑ってテレビのブラウン管じゃあるまいし。
Oh! Thank you very much for the host's leg.
ほれほれ、言ってみろ言ってみろ。
Apologies, let me just answer this message.
別にブロッコリーが何色かわかんなくてもさとこちゃんはお料理ができるんでちゅよね
Walkowies. Ah, that host really helps me. So thanks a lot for that.
えらいえらいでちゅよ
Oh, such bully. Why you bully her? Well, it was nothing to cry hysterically about. She is so goddamn cute. I stroked her head as hard as I could. Ruffle, 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 ruffle.
ほーケイちゃんもそこまで言うからにはさとこよりはまともなものを作ってみせられるんだろうね
Remarked Mion, giving me just a slightly mean smile. Actually, well, I had no confidence at all in my cooking. But the situation carried me along and I decided to deliver an impressive declaration.
まあ見ていろ今夜俺はバッチリガッチリ見事な晩飯を作ってみせる
Yeah, that's
作って明日の弁当にしてくるからそれを見て腰を抜かすがいい
yeah, that's kind of too cocky.
それは楽しみなのです。明日のお弁当が待ち遠しいのですよ。
Rika-chan petted me on the head. Her words of can't wait sounded so transparent. Oh, 3 hours before work. Awesome. I can still stream for around 5.5 more hours, so that's pretty cool.
レナも楽しみにしてるね。どんなのを作ってきてもレナは笑わないからね。
Well, since you can't be so long, I don't know if we will be playing Higurashi for the whole stream, but we'll go for pretty long time at the very least.
となると明日の弁当は私も本気で作らなきゃならないようだね
Oh,
じゃあこうしようか
what a lovely cooking activity. Let's just put some lovely pictures on. Yeah, lovely pictures.
明日のお弁当で勝負ってのはどう
エピカバトルです
こっちの部活扱いだからね罰ゲームもついちゃうよ
あら、それは妙案でございますわね。どうですゲイツさん。聞くなら今のうちでしてよ。
Tatagoro wiped her tears and snarled at me, as if this was her chance to turn things around. Maybe this is bad? I feel like maybe the conversation is getting pretty out of hand. Iron Chef, Higurashi style. Yes, that is quite what is happening. This is a rather epic... This is a competition of epic proportions. If I apologize, now's my chance? But what came out of my Keiichimabara's mouth was a statement so reckless it even frightened me.
ああ上等だぜ明日の弁当を見て腰を抜かすだよ
Everyone raised their voices in surprise at my bold, confident reply. Ugh, now I've done it. What have I done? I'm so irresponsible.
さてミオさん。ビリになったらどんな素敵な罰ゲームになってしまうんですの？
Satoko grinned fearlessly. As if to say that it was already decided I'd be playing said fantastic punishment game. I wonder, is it gonna be something to have to do with maid outfit? Or maybe just going without lunch for a period of time?
そうだねじゃあこんなのはどうかな
Well, 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 this will be interesting. Here.
明日のお弁当勝負に負けた人は
No, the suspense.
明日のお昼休み
Oh?
職員室で食事中の千恵先生の前で
Oh dear, now I know what's gonna happen. You have to declare to Chia that curry is bad or something like that. Yeah, this Yeah.
カレーの悪口を言うってのは
Dun 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 dun.
みーちゃん、それは
That's suicide.
なんて恐ろしい。
Everyone went pale and gasped at how truly terrifying the punishment game was. Chie-sensei is such a maniac about Curry that she'd risk her life for it. And to go up to her and start saying bad things about Curry? What kind of fate would await us? Just trying to imagine it was scary. And as everyone looked blankly amazed at the terrifying punishment game, Rika-chan spoke.
明日のお弁当は腕によりをかけますです。
Rena and Mion and Satoko, everyone nodded deeply in agreement.
もっとも圭一さんには明日のお弁当以前に今夜のお夕食の方が問題でしょうけどね。
How smug. Freaking smug.
俺が今夜どんな素晴らしいディナーになるか見ることができなくて残念だな。明日の弁当でその片鱗をほんの少しだけ見せてやるから楽しみにしていろよ。
あれだけの大見えを切ったんですのよ。
Yes, that's going that's just over exaggerating quite a bit, making false promises.
これでとんでもないのを作っちゃったらどうなるかわかってるんでございましょうね。
さとここそ明日千恵先生にどんな恐ろしい目に遭わされるか
Oh boy,
今から楽しみで仕方ないだろう。
this is all rather interesting. It's turning out to be a rather
楽しみ
good
です。
competition.
明日圭一さんはきっと土下座してそれだけはどうかご勘弁をって泣きながら言うんでしたよ。ああ、目に浮かぶようですわ。
Suicide by Chie-sensei. Yeah, that sounds like a very good harakiri.
何を
Gank? Wretch. Both of us on the verge of tears pull on each other's cheeks. Wretch.
自らを窮地に追い込むことで視力を振り絞ろうとは
Yes.
男だね。
Manly, yeah, about that. That seems more foolish than anything, but whatever you say.
こんなの男なんて言いませんのよ。ただの無鉄砲って言いますのよ。
Reckless. Yes, reckless I suppose is a good word for it.
自分もお料理なんてろくろくできないくせに。なにレナは信じてるからね。素敵なお弁当楽しみにしてるよ。僕も明日の圭一がとても楽しみなのですよ。
Their expectant gazes were painful. I was just trying to tease Satoko a little. How did it come to this?
おう楽しみにしててくれよ。
How am I able to say such reckless things? I'm being so unreasonable. What the heck is going to happen to my dinner? And the bento showdown tomorrow? Well, more importantly, if they make me say bad things about Curry to Chie-sensei's face, what'll happen to me? The extreme contrast between my outward bravado and my internal screaming continued as the hot continued as the hot and humid June afternoon dragged on. That entire day, up until the school was over, the whole time, my meal tonight and my bento tomorrow were the only things on my mind. And now that I thought about it, It made mom seem amazing for planning 3 meals every day of the year. I've complained before about having the same meal in a row once in a while, but now I know how rude that was. Ugh, more importantly, what am I gonna do about the punishment game tomorrow? And besides that, your rival is 11 years old. Yeah. Fortunately, there's no gameplay in these visual novels, so I don't have to feel bad about losing. And besides that, what am I gonna eat tonight? Ooh.
ケイチくん、ケイチくん。
え、ああ、ごめん。ちょっと考え事を。
今夜の献立のこと？それとも明日のお弁当勝負のことかな？
Ugh. She hit the mark and I couldn't find anything to say. My facial expression made obvious the fact that she hit the mark.
明日の勝負はきっとケイチくんが頑張ってお弁当を作ってこれたらそれで大丈夫だと思うよ。頑張って作った手作りのお弁当に優劣なんかないもの。
明日の勝負以前に今夜の晩飯だよ。食中毒でばったり行くかもしれない。
Oh, you, how pathetic. You should be able to... By his age, you should already be able to make food for yourself. Oh, big pathetic. I couldn't make any more bluffs. I exaggeratedly drooped my shoulders and heaved a sigh from the bottom of my gut. Rena laughed in a shrill way when she saw me do that.
やっぱりケイチくん、お料理全然自信なんかなかったんだね。
I've been found out. Ugh.
もしもケイチくんがどんなに頑張っても無理そうだったらレナに電話してもいいからね。
え、本当か？
ケイチくんがちゃんと頑張ったらだよ。何も苦労しないで人に頼ろうとして
Rena will allow us to cheat. What a cop-out. Rena seemed naive. Sometimes she was instructive. She didn't just spoil people unconditionally. And always seemed like an adult at these moments.
どうしてもダメだったら電話するよ。その確率は極めて高いが。
ファイト、オーだよ。
頑張っ
佐藤ちゃ
て。
んにあれだけ大見栄を切ったんだから頑張らなきゃね。
なあ、さとこってどの程度の料理ができるんだ？
少なくともケイチくんよりはできるよ。
That was so direct. It hit me pretty hard. Rena believes in us. Yay!
さとこちゃんをあれだけいじめたんだからケイチくんはちょっぴり苦労をしてもいいかもね。
Oh, how adorable.
レナって結構意地悪なのな。
レナは可愛いだけじゃないんだよ。だよ。
Oh, that just brings me back to the first arc where she was being psycho. Now that I'd provoked Satoko that much, I couldn't just make some crummy bento. You should probably cheat to overcome that 11-year-old in this club activity. Yeah, we definitely have to cheat. That's awesome. I can't believe how loose-lipped I am.
じゃあね。頑張ってね。お料理ケイチくんがやればできるってことみんな。
おう。
I waved my hand absently in response. Leaving me with words of encouragement and a few pieces of super beginner advice, Luna disappeared past the trees. Hey. Fine, I'm desperate. So what? I may not know the ABCs of navigation, and I have neither a sea chart nor a compass. Still, one idiot is taking on the ocean of the great cooking age alone. And his name is Keiichi Maebara.
よしいざ料理
Time to cook! Cook it off! I just imagine some Yu-Gi-Oh music going off in the background. Okay, my enthusiasm is peerless. If energy and recklessness was all it took, I could take over the world. However, there are plenty of things in the world that can't be achieved with resolution alone. And cooking was probably the top contender. This music's actually pretty good. Kind of rocking, actually. Sorry, I need to ask if Momo wants to join this. So. Therefore, even if it was hastily prepared knowledge, I wanted something that to help me. I made up my mind and fished through the kitchen cabinets. I was on the hunt for a cookbook. My mom should have had a few of them. For a complete amateur like me, the first thing I needed was information. Just like he who would cross the oceans needed a compass. For me, a cookbook was absolutely indispensable. Oh, here's the one. Its worn out wrinkled cover made it feel somehow reliable. Okay, as long as I've got this.
考えるより有無が安しだなお料理の本さえあれば誰だってシェフの味が出せるじゃんよ
Yeah. Cooking's pretty hard, so yeah.
さすがはお料理の本
And as such optimistic thoughts filled my chest, I flipped through the pages. However,
No.
it played with technical terminology like toys. I just couldn't see how to actually make things. Ah, you knew it all along, Keiichi Maebara. If anyone could make delicious food just by reading a book, then there would be no such job as a gourmet chef in the first place. First off, it costs 3 teaspoons. But which spoon is that? How incompetent is this man? How incompetent is freaking Keiichi? This is ridiculous. And it keeps saying to use however much you like. How much exactly are you supposed to use? Stop using such obscure expressions. Strain out the water in a colander. Add salt and pepper to taste. What the heck is colander? And strain it out like stretching? You can't stretch water droplets like meat. Ah, and besides, how much salt and pepper is that supposed to be anyway? Ura! Uria!
初心者に優しいマニュアルはないのか
It won't do any good to yell. Cool off, Keiichi Maebara. Think calmly. But now I'll leave this side dish until after. The rice is more important. You have to cook the rice or I can't start. I know a little about how to cook rice. I didn't cook it with my camping kit when camping all the time for nothing. I'll wash the rice. That should be enough water. And which is it? You can use this game to teach your mom how to cook. Keiichi style. Yeah, we'll see about that. Is it this button? Oh, the lamp turned on. Yeah, fully automatic rice cookers are one of the 3 sacred treasures after all. Now, pleased by the rice cooker set, I pulled myself together and decided to take on the miso soup next. Miso soup I made at day camp was all the instant kind after all. Well, it would be fine if I just melted the miso into hot water, no doubt. I'll boil the water and put in the miso. Huh? How much should I put in?
何何人数とお好みで適量にまたしても抽象表現か
But, well, yeah.
それなら適量に入れてやるさ
I crushed the bag of miso in my fist and put half of its contents into the pot. Was this really okay? Maybe this was a little too hearty.
濃厚なお味の味噌汁がいいって言うもんなそういえばお袋の味噌汁は少し薄すぎる気がしてたんだ俺にはこれくらい入れた方が合うかもしれない
I said it aloud as if trying to convince myself. Then, convinced by my own words, I nodded to myself. Alright, the rice and miso soup were probably fine. Next, the side dish. But what should I make? Something I could make that would add color to the meal. That's it. Why don't I stir fry some vegetables? You can eat vegetables raw too, and they won't die from just a little bit of fire. I was so cute then, not realizing that the level of my thoughts had fallen from what would make great in a meal to what would be easy to make. There were quite a few vegetables in the refrigerator. What kind of vegetables go in a stir fry? Bean sprouts? Cabbage? Chives? Onions? Can you put cucumbers and lettuce in? For now I grabbed a nearby cutting board, cut them into chunks and tossed them into a wok. This has gotten pretty exciting. Is the true worth of men's cooking? Hey, this is actually getting kind of fun. All of a sudden there was a pile of vegetables in the wok. Alright, next is the salad oil. Look went the salad oil. It'd be more exciting if I filled it to the It would be more exciting if I filled it to the brim. Whoops, a bit leaked out. Well, no point in worrying about something so minor. The great Keiichi Maebara's cooking is exciting. Okay, let's turn on the heat. And this is where all things go to Let's turn on the heat. Whoosh! The salad oil filling the wok to the brim caught fire, and flames reached up to the sky. Yeah. Those words were spoken by delusion. I was saying something outrageously careless, but when the words came out they sort of convinced me. Right as the crazy pillar of flame started to burn the ceiling, I finally realized that the fabulous cooking before my eyes had culminated into an actually life-threatening disaster. Wait, what? Could I have been doing something insane? The force of the flame grew stronger and stronger. Wait, what? What? A thwack. Somebody forcefully struck me in the back of the head. Okay. When I turned around to see what was going on, to my surprise I saw Satoko and Rika-chan there. As I stood in wonder at their unexpected entrance, Satoko shoved me out of the way and turned off the gas. Then Rika-chan got a towel, soaked it in water, spread it out and placed it over the pot. Nagels! It's been a while! It's been a while. Hello and welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. She continued to soak more towels and put a second on, then a third. Once a whole bunch were piled on, the fire finally stopped. All of it had happened in a few moments. Having avoided a huge fire by a hair's breadth, the three of us gasped for air.
お前らなんで俺の家にいるんだ。住居不法侵入だぞ。
それを言うなら圭一さんなんか放火の現行犯でございますのよ。もうすぐで大火事になるところだったではございません。
Oh, Kate, you almost burned your own house to the ground. Ridiculous.
圭一は今日から宿なしでかわいそうなのです。
Very, very sad. Yes, indeed. And after pretending to be an Iron Chef, I finally began to take in the situation.
やっぱりあれは火事になりかけてた。
当たり前でございませんの。ほら、ご覧なさいませ。天井がすすけてるではございません。すすけていいのは男の背中だけですのよ。
Chimneys are the only things that should be sooty. Save the headpads! Yes. We must move the headpads. But actually, you know, something weird with that headpad. Oh right, yeah, no, never mind. I know what's going on. By the way, this bothers me that this is not properly sized. Let me see. I'm trying to get that headpad to be perfect. That should be perfect. They must be the exact same height. There we go, they are the exact same height. There we go. Sorry, that kind of... I was kind of trying to fix that. Sataka was seriously mad at me. Maybe they saved my life. According to what they said, I was so absorbed in my fiery cooking that I hadn't noticed when Sataka and Rika-chan rang the doorbell. They could tell someone was home, so they came in to check. Thank goodness they did.
僕とさとこが来なかったら今頃ボーボーで消防車がなのです。
Adorable.
圭一さん、そろそろ事の重大さが飲み込めまして。
At some point I had sat down on my knees as I listened obediently.
すみませんでした。皆さんは命の恩人です。
素敵なディナーがどんなものかと来てみれば、案の定このざまですし、これじゃ出来上がりを見るまでもありませんわね。
嫌味なやつ。じゃあさとこたち、俺が夕食にどんなものを作るか見に来たってわけか。
その嫌味に命と家を助けられたの、よく肝に銘じた方がよろしいのではありません？
はい、すみませんでした。
I'm sorry. At this point, having shown them such disaster, I couldn't exactly make any more bluffs. I'd completely surrendered.
カレーの時は結構頑張ってましたね。あの時の圭一さんはどこに行ってしまいましたの？まったく。
あの時は後輩職に手伝ってもらって 他の班の鍋を丸ごと借りただけで、別に俺が料理したわけじゃ。
ケイチさん、そんなズルをしてましたの？
Of course. Cheating's the only way that Keiichi can win.
まったく、いくら部活とはいえとんでもない手を使いますのね。
Pouring salt into other team's pots seemed far more terrible to me. But Satoko was in control right now, so I couldn't respond. I obediently hung my head to her.
ところでケイチさん、この凄まじいお鍋、まさか味噌汁だなんて言わないでしょうね。
Satoko stared at the pot, totally full of miso, with an awful expression. So I really did get the amount wrong. Judging by the look on Satoko's face, whatever was in the pot couldn't be called miso anymore.
味噌汁はともかく、ご飯はうまく炊けたはずだ。最近の炊飯器は便利だからな。きっとそろそろ炊けてる頃だ。
炊けてないです。ほら、まだ中身も全然お水なのですよ。
えあれだってちゃんとスイッチを入れたらランプが点灯して。
ケイチさん、あなたが押したボタン、これタイマーのボタンですのよ。朝食用にセットしてあるから電源が入るのは明日の早朝でしたよ。
Fantastic.
ってことは何か？俺は結局おかずはもとより味噌汁もご飯すらも何も自炊できなかったってことか。
That's one
まあありません。
bratish laugh.
どうです？
Satoko's laugh really grinds my gears.
ようやく身の程を思い知りまして。さあ、認めなさいませ。私前原圭一は北条聡子さんよりもお料理の下手っぴな口先男でしたって。
私はさとこより料理の下手っぴな。ダメ、どうもすみませんでした。
Oh, okay. I fainted in agony. Rika-chan pat my head, satisfied at the sight. And Satoko laughed loudly in triumph. I've completely lost. In the end I talked big but couldn't make a single dish adequately. At this rate I'll go without a dinner. And tomorrow morning no breakfast and no bento for lunch either. I didn't know how many days it would be before my parents returned, but at this rate without a doubt. Oh boy.
もちろん明日の弁当もなし。そして明日のバス停にも俺で決まり。
That's you right for not learning how to cook. Rika-chan kept on patting my hair with a smile on her face that couldn't possibly get any bigger. Satoko, completely appalled at how unsightly I looked, heaved a heavy sigh.
大の男が情けないったらありゃしませんのね。ほら、おどき遊ばせ。
As I sobbed like a girl, Satoko displeased brushed me aside, dumped the remains of the miso soup into the sink tidy, then began to rinse out the pot.
いいよ、さとこ。自分の後片付けくらい俺がやるよ。
I couldn't have Satoko clean up the cooking utensils I made a mess of. But when I tried to stop her, Rika-chan pulled on my clothes.
圭一は黙って見ているといいのですよ。
She grinned as she said it.
黙って見てろって。
They're just gonna make food for her, for him, for this little pathetic creature known as H. They are gonna make food for him.
まあ、そういうことですわね。圭一さんは黙って私に任せればいいんですのよ。
Satoko turned around and declared, seeming bothered, as if to say that amateurs should keep their hands off. Her annoyed expression was a little scary.
任せるって何を
Satoko didn't answer. Instead, she spun back around and began to rifle through the pots and refrigerator.
おいおいあまりいじり回すなよひっくり返したりしたら俺が後でお袋に怒られるんだからな
うるさい男ですわね。男子厨房に立ち入らずでしたよ。
Oh, hey, that's kind of rude. Especially when you have to cook for yourself.
いいかあいあいさーですよ。
Satoko snapped her fingers and got on her tiptoes, grabbed me by the back of my neck and started dragging me away. Leaving Satoko alone in the kitchen, Rika-chan dragged me back in the living room.
おいおいリカちゃんもう話してくれよサトコに任せたら台所が大変なことに
今日のさとこは圭一を見返しに来たのですよ。復讐なのです。
復讐、そういえばサトコのやつどこか険しい顔を
Eventually from the kitchen, there was a sound of a faucet being twisted and a stove dial being turned on. I began to hear the nostalgic sounds that made me envision dinner time, a refrigerator opening and closing, ingredients being got on the chopping board. What did that mean? Was she cooking?
圭一にいっぱいいっぱいバカにされましたですから。さとこは自分にもお料理がちゃんとできるところを圭一に見せたかったのですよ。
こうして音だけ聞いてる限りではお皿を落とす音も破裂音も爆発音も聞こえてこないな。
Yeah, that's the best. It's definitely the best. At this point, at least, she had proven she was more skillful cook than me. In the cooking showdown with Satoko Hojo vs Keiichi Maebara, it looked like victory had already been decided. I recalled Satoko's slightly annoyed expression from before.
俺、日中サトコのことをちょっとバカにしすぎちゃってるな。ひょっとしてそれで根に持たれた？
Jesus, it's not that hard to cook. Been a while since I've cooked though. Oh well. We were just provoking each other with our usual back and forth. But I also think I maybe overdid it. At the very least, I shouldn't have made fun of Satoko who could cook for herself, when I'd never cooked other than for recreation before.
さとこはそんなの根に持っていませんです。
でもこうしてわざわざ俺のところまで押しかけてきたくらいだろ。やっぱり怒ってるに違いないよ。
Oh, how simplistic you are, Keiichi. Oh boy. I quietly took a peek into the kitchen. She definitely looked different than the usual bird-brained Satoko. Her eyes were sharp and her movements were brisk, to the point where it was a little scary. Then she must have noticed me because she turned around and shot me an annoyed glare. I cringed in fear and hastily pulled my head back out.
怒ってる。やっぱり怒ってる。ああ、俺はどんな復讐をされるんだろう。
Well, I suppose he has the right to be paranoid at this point.
さとこは失敗したくないから真剣なだけなのです。怒ってなんかいないのですよ。
あれのどこが怒ってないって言うんだよ。あんなおっかなそうなサトコ初めて見たよ。
圭一さん、ちょっと聞こえてますの？
はい。
I jumped at Satoko's angry outburst and faced towards the kitchen. I felt exactly like a kid who had done something bad and gotten called to the teacher's lounge.
お味噌ってどこにしまってありますの？ 冷蔵庫がでかくて全然わかりませんですわよ。
すみません。ミソはその冷蔵庫の中段扉の中の下の網棚の左奥に。
なんですのこれは。お味噌のパックは使ったらちゃんと口を閉じなさいですわよ。冷蔵庫の中がお味噌で汚れてしまってるではありませんの。
すみません。
Before I can look for something to wipe it with, Satoko wiped it off with a wet dish towel.
まったく男の人ってのはどうしてこう後片付けがずさんなんでございますの。
Well, I believe some people are rather pathetic, so...
そのまま大人になったらと思うとゾッとしましたよ。
I couldn't talk back to Satoko today. The only thing I could do was obediently lower my head and apologize. As Satoko nitpicked and I apologized, a good smell began to fill the kitchen.
お味噌汁のお味噌はこう。お玉に少量をすくい取ってお箸で溶きながら少しずつ加えて味見をしながら慎重にで丸ごとひねり出してお鍋に開けちゃうなんて言語道断でしたよ。
すみません。家庭科の授業は真面目にやってませんでした。
And they even have home economics classes. That makes it even worse. Jesus Christ, man. How can you have survived? Oh, for the love of...
情けない。
You're pathetic. That's my words exactly. That's really pathetic.
まったくこれだから男の人は
I cowered at her annoyed sounded muttering. But looking at her like this, she seemed quite good at cooking. It had just been overshadowed by Rena's and Rikachan's artistic abilities. Satoko's skills were clearly enough to get passing marks.
さあさあ、そんなところでぼーっとしてる暇がございましたら食卓にお茶碗の用意をなさいませ。私もリカも食べますから用意は3人分ですわよ。
はい。
I hastily took 3 people's worth of dishes and such from the cabinets and headed to the dining room. When I returned there, I could hear laughter from a variety show on the television. Rikachan was sprawled out on the couch, watching television and relaxing. When she noticed me putting the dishes out on the table, she came scampering up.
もうすぐご飯なのです。ケイチのうちでご飯なのです。ニパ
Okay, that's kind of that's just freaking adorable.
リカちゃんは上機嫌みたいだな。
I really should put that as my freaking I really need to sound clip that. Oh well.
サトコの不機嫌とはえらい違いだ。
サトコは全然不機嫌じゃないです。久しぶりにとても楽しそうなのですよ。
楽しそう。
Okay.
サトコがニーニーと一緒だった頃みたいです。
Oh, that's Oh, Isuka. Hello, it has been a while. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while since we've had Higurashi, so it's good to have you here. That's a very weird way of saying things. It somehow doesn't translate most of those note work marks to proper marks. So that's weird what you just said. That's the basic thing. But yeah, it's good to have you here. So welcome back. Welcome to the stream. Nini. Oh. Yeah, this is... If I remember correctly, this arc is focused around Satoko and her brother. Nini? What the heck is Nini? Is it the sound cats make?
ニーニーはニーニーです。サトコのお兄さんなのですよ。
サトコの兄。
サトシと言いますです。名前くらい聞いたことがありませんですか？
Satoshi. Satoshi Hojo? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. At least he didn't go to our
サ
school.
トシっていうのか、サトコの兄貴は。初めて聞いたな。
She had a brother, huh? I didn't know that. She does have one. Saying that, Rika-chan grinned even more brightly and went Nipa again.
サトシ
Nipa!
と一緒にいる時のサトコはいつもこんな風で楽しそうだったのですよ。本当に久しぶりにこんな楽しそうなサトコを見ますのです。
After this cook-off, or this cooking, or when the dinner starts or something like that, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, make myself some food. Because I'm getting really hungry right now. And I need to make myself some more coffee. However I looked at it, she seemed to be in a bad mood. But her good friend Rika-chan was saying that it was actually the opposite.
楽しそうなのか。
きっとニーニーと一緒だった頃を思い出してるに違いないのです。懐かしいのですよ。
懐かしい？じゃあ今はサトコとは別居なのか。
Maybe Satoko's older brother Satoshi is actually a lot older than her. He must have gone off on his own and was living by himself far away. Well, I suppose we all know what happened. And that makes this rather inconvenient.
サトコはそのサトシって兄と仲は良かったみたいだな。
はい。とても仲良しな兄弟だったです。
Oh. She spread her arms wide to demonstrate the width of how well they got along. According to Rika-chan, Satoko supported her docile, slightly unreliable older brother through nagging. That was their relationship. See, that certainly applied to the current situation. We had me, unreliable, unable to cook even a single dish properly, and Satoko who redid it while scolding me. Would Satoko have been getting a glimpse of her brother who now lived far away through me?
いつもあんな感じでサトシに小言を言いながら、だけどしっかりと支えながら仲良く生活してたんだな。
今日圭一のところへ来たのだってサトコが言い出したのですよ。
She said there's no way the unreliable Keiichi-san could possibly make dinner. Dinner? We need to go make it for him.
じゃあ別に復讐とか見返すとかそういう意味で来たんじゃなかったのか。
放っておけなかったのですよ。サトコは今でもしっかり者の妹
What
な
a
ので
little
す。
sister. How adorable. I was an only child. I didn't know how it felt to have siblings. Of course I've never had a little sister like Satoko. But I felt that in this moment I was an older brother, obediently and helplessly being looked after by her. Without any teasing or messing around. I'm going to give thanks for her trouble. That's what I honestly thought.
圭一さん、おしゃもじがどこにあるかわかりませんでしたよ。
ああ、ごめん。しゃもじはその右脇の引き出しの中に。
I ran into the kitchen and got the ladle out of the drawer and offered it to Satoko.
さあ出来上がりでしたよ。もうお茶碗とかは準備できてますの？
ああ、もう準備 OK だぜ。
ではご飯にしましょうですわね。
What a lovely meal.
お夕飯ですわよ。みー。
I heard Rika-chan's affair. How do you say that? How in the name of Lord do you say that?
Effervescent.
Effervescent. Effervescent voice coming from the dining room. What does that even mean? Oh. So that's what it means. Bubbly. Adorable. Satoko turned off the gas flame on the stove and lifted up the pot of miso soup.
ケイチさんは炊飯器を持ってきてくださいます。ひっくり返さないように注意するんですのよ。
ああ、気をつけるよ。
I can carry rice cookers just fine without being warned about it. I thought about replying like that, but I decided not to. No mean words or witty thoughts today. Rice with steam billowing from it and miso soup, as well as a handful of side dish. On the table was a truly firm, family-oriented dinner. It wasn't weird at all or extravagant. It was a daily meal, the sort of housewife would make. It was very nonchalant and brimming with liveliness.
では、いただきますですわよ。
いただきます。
At Satoko's command, Rika-chan and I both thanked her in a loud voice.
俺、サトコのことは侮ってたよ。完全に敗北だ。
少しは見直しまして。リカやレナさんに比べれば私もまだまだですけど、頼りないケイチさんなんかよりはよっぽどお料理ができましたよ。
へいへい、おみそれしやした。
After I honestly admitted my defeat, Satoko's expression finally softened, and she laughed with her normally loud and cheerful voice.
お、ご飯いい感じで炊き上がってるな。
Though she used the rice cooker, it tasted a little different from the rice my mom made. Maybe she used a different amount of water for it. Even so, I could feel Satoko's personality from the rice, which made it taste better than usual. How adorable. The miso soup was a little on the thick side, but it was still delicious. The side dishes, while not exactly flashy, tasted great as well. It was also appetizing, and I couldn't stop eating.
おかずもよくできてるよ。サトコも決して料理は下手じゃないぞ。
I gave my honest impression without a hint of sarcasm. Satoko seemed to have been expecting some, because when I praised her so honestly, she got flustered instead.
褒められるのは光栄ですけど、そんなに立派ではありませんのよ。おかずはお惣菜屋さんで買ったものを温めただけですし、これとこれは缶詰を開けただけですし、自分でちゃんと作ったのはご飯と味噌汁だけなんですのよ。
Satoko said, embarrassed, her face a bit flushed. There was none of her normal verbal abuse or sarcasm in there either.
ご飯とお味噌汁しか作ってませんけど、出来合いのおかずを並べればそこそこに立派にはなりますのよね。
I'm really getting kind of
出来
hungry.
合いのお惣菜は使うし、缶詰だって使うよ。そんなので恥ずかしがることはないだろう。これは立派な夕食だよ。
I gave her honest praise. I've never met Satoko's brother, but Satoshi would probably praise her in the same way. I have a really bad feeling that Geichi will mention Satoshi, so it's gonna be really awkward soon.
私にもそこそこのお料理ができることが分かっていただけたのでしたら、それで十分ですわね。
Things are so going to go awry really quickly. I have a really bad feeling about that.
おかわりいります？お味噌汁はまだありますですわよ。
There's no way things can stay happy forever. Huh? Did that brat just awkwardly change the subject? When I realized my response had been on the mark, it made me a little happy.
こうしてご飯を食べてると、サトシと一緒にご飯を食べてるみたいに
Oh, Rika brought
楽し
it
いの
up.
です。
Well, I was kinda wrong. Rika-chan mentioned Satoko's older brother's name again. Satoko's chopsticks paused and she looked up at the ceiling.
懐かしいですわね。一体今頃どこでどうしてるやら。
She had a faraway smile, as if yearning for a friend who had moved away. From how it looked, I got the impression she hadn't seen Satoshi in quite some time. Satoko realized I was giving her a blank stare.
申し訳ないですわね。サトシっていうのは私のニーニーじゃなくて兄なのですのよ。
あ、そうなんだ。
Nini must have been a nickname only Satoko used for him. It was funny to see her hastily deny it.
あんなに生活力のない人に家出なんて解消があったなんてびっくりでございますけど。まあ、そのうち値を上げでひょっこり帰ってくるに決まってますわ。
But if I remember correctly, Satoshi is dead.
家出したんだ。
There was another story to what Satoko had said so carefully. The reason for Satoshi not living with her was a little serious. Everyone had been talking about it in such an upbeat way, so I continued to talk about him. Should I not have broached the subject at all? I hastily took a look at Satoko's face after thinking, but there was no trace of gloomy expression I'd been worrying about.
まあ、一人暮らしに憧れるなんて年頃らしい夢ではありませんの。どうせニーニーには長続きするはずもありませんけどね。ご来性のない人ですから。
Okay.
サトシはああ見えてもとても我慢強い人なのですよ。サトコが思ってるよりもずっと我慢強いのです。リカはすぐニーニーの肩を持ちますのね。リカはちょっと甘やかしすぎですのよ。
Adorable.
サトコはニーニーに厳しすぎるのです。帰ってきたらもっと優しくしてあげた方が良いのです。
Satoko and Rika-chan's views regarding Nini, aka Satoshi, were parallel to each other. I could easily tell that both of them really liked him. They were so optimistic too, even though he had run away from them, it was like they were going to see him again next week. Satoko and Rika-chan both liked Satoshi even now, and waited for him, believing he would surely return. I've never met him, but I know for sure that this Satoshi person was a really good guy. Well, yeah, except that he's a murderer, but disregarding that, but you know, he had a good reason for being. Anyways, I had thought Satoko would be deeply hurt by her brother running away, but she had already overcome that. She was still being the energetic little sister, always full of vim and vigor, as if to say that her brother could come back at any time he liked. I thought that Satoko didn't think through anything and just frolicked and played practical jokes every day, and that was it. But what she was really, yeah.
なんで私の頭を撫でますの？
I roughly rubbed a hand through Satoko's hair.
俺、サトコのことを誤解、お前がこんなにしっかり者だなんて思わなかった。
Satoko seemed to think I was making fun of her and tried to bat away my hand. But then she saw that there wasn't even a trace of malice on my face and obediently granted me her head.
サトコはしっかり者。
私は最初からしっかり者でしたよ。圭一さんに合わせて悪ふざけしてあげてたに過ぎませんわ。
There was her usual provocation, but I decided not to buy into it today.
そうだな。俺に合わせてふざけてただけなんだよな。でも本当はこんなにもしっかり者。偉い偉い。
本当に褒めてますの？なんだかバカにされてるような。
俺は全然バカにしてないぞ。真面目に褒めてる。
Oh
バカにしてる
boy.
ときはリカちゃんも一緒に撫でるからな。
それもそうですわね。リカは人を小バカにするときよく頭を撫でますものね。みー、缶詰のイワシさんが美味しいのですよ。
Rika-chan went Nipa, and her smile became even brighter. Her attitude was clear as day, but it was annoyingly cute, so both Satoko and I suddenly burst into laughter. That laughter lightened up the table. The table itself so dull and simple that I never even thought people could be laughing like this around it. And then, I finally came to realize something really obvious.
笑いながら食べる食事って美味しいよな。
もちろんなのですよ。笑いはご飯を美味しくするのです。
The laughter makes everything better.
ね、ご飯が美味しいのは私のお料理が美味しいからに決まってますわよ。
This harmonious moment, this happy circle, it was completely different than spending time with family, but still somehow nostalgic.
サトコはニーニーに会いたいか？
ニーニーなんて言ってませんですわ。兄とお呼びなさいですわ。
Hey, wait, you've been saying Nini this, Nini that this whole time. I grinned wryly and decided to just call him brother like she told me to.
サトコは兄貴に会いたいか？
Rika-chan stopped eating, then looked back and forth between my face and Satoko's. Satoko was smiling. She looked like she was trying to choose her words. Just from that, Satoko conveyed her feelings. Honestly, she wished he would come home right now. But she wasn't that weak. Satoshi should just do what he wanted until he was satisfied. In return, she'd let him have the scolding of his lifetime. And then she'd have dinner with him and lay out his futon for him.
会いたいかと言われれば、もちろん会いたいに決まってますわね。
Adorable.
もうすぐで1年になりますもの。
It's been that long already. Rika-chan smiled thinly, her eyes appearing to look far away.
まあ、ニーニーの好きにすればいいのですわ。少しでも生活力を身につけて、たくましくなって帰ってきてくれれば、私の負担も軽くなるわけですし。
ほら、またニーニーって言った。
言いましたですね。言ってませんわよ。ニーニーのことをニーニーなんて言いませんわよ。
How silly. Things rapidly returned to the usual lively atmosphere of lunchtime at school. But nothing changed about Satoko's feelings towards her brother. She was living so bravely and so strongly. Hey Satoshi, your sister is trying so hard to watch the place while you're gone, isn't she? Give it a rest and come back soon, got it?
さとこ、そろそろお片付けをしないとお眠になる時間なのです。
Hey. It was when we were all watching TV while enjoying some tea after dinner. Rika-chan let out a big yawn and then spoke. Satoko and I both then looked at the clock and noticed how late it had gotten. No, perhaps we both realized it already. We just didn't want this warm moment to end. Maybe we didn't want to say anything.
いけませんわね。まだ食器を洗っていませんでしたわ。
いいよ、そんなの。それくらい俺がやっておくよ。飯をごちそうになって食器まで洗わせるわけにはいかないよ。
本当に大丈夫ですの？慣れない人が洗うとお皿とか洗剤で滑って落としちゃいますわよ。
No problem, Mizuka. If you're feeling sleepy, you should be sleeping, so... it's not like you missed a lot, it was just an adorable family dinner that you missed, so... No, it's fine. I hope you're at the very least energized, or feeling a bit more energetic. I'm feeling rather tired as well, but I'm just gonna make myself a little bit more coffee at the next checkpoint. Jeez, she turned into a perfect nagging little sister. It was charming and awkward. Emotions like that were all mixed up inside me. I gave her a vague, dry smile. Yeah, don't fall asleep on your keyboard. That's a bad idea. Rika-chan yawned again, so wide you could see her molars. Yare, does it?
大暴落みたいだな。安心しろ。皿くらいきっちりと洗ってみせるぞ。安心して帰れ。っていうか、こんな時間じゃ聡子たちだけに帰らせられないよな。家まで送るよ。自転車の鍵を。
私たちを送った後、一人で家に帰るの圭一さんではありませんの。夜道に迷って高津戸あたりに迷い込んだら大変ですのよ。あのあたり、お家も明かりも全然ありません。
This is rather... How chill this is. I just know that things are gonna go wrong really quickly. I was trying to worry about them going home, but I didn't think they'd be worried about me getting lost. Am I really that unreliable? She really is being critical, but yeah. This feeling I have, it's not bad. So I ended up not needing to escort them. I saw off Satoko and Rika-chan to the gate.
今日は本当にありがとうな。おかげでとても文化的な夕飯にありつけたよ。
聡子が来なかったら、今頃圭一はグーグーでニャーニャーだったのです。本当ですわね。本当来てよかったですわ。
They really saved me. I gave them another bow, filled with gratitude.
そうそう。ご飯とおかずの残りをタッパーに詰めておきましたから、明日はそれをお弁当になさいませ。あと、明日の朝食は食パンとジャムがいいですよね。
Oh, Satoko, you are maybe doing a little bit too much for him.
いちごジャムとピーナッツバターが冷蔵庫中段の右端にありましたわ。あと、粉末ココアが食器棚の右上の戸の中に。
I know all that, you don't have to go into detail. I was about to say that, but I decided to humbly listen to her. It was then that I finally realized that Satoko, who had appeared to be in a bad mood, was in fact in a great one, just like Rika-chan had said. And that, though she nagged a lot, she was very kind.
では、おやすみなさいなのですよ。
I asked me.
寝る前にはちゃんと歯を磨くんですのよ。5分以上かけてしっかりと磨きなさいませ。
わかったよ、聡子。ちゃんと歯も磨くし、明日の朝飯も用意する。弁当も忘れないようにするよ。
いつもより早めに起きないと朝食やお弁当の支度ができませんわよ。なんなら少し早いくらいの時間に目覚まし代わりに電話して差し上げましょうか。
そこまでしてくれなくても大丈夫だよ。目覚まし時計を少し早めにセットしておくことにする。ありがとな。いろいろと気にしてくれて。
Satoko looked like she was more fault-finding to do. She had more fault-finding to do, but she stopped and leaving me with a good night, got on her bike and disappeared down the nighttime road. Rika-chan went to do the same, but then remembered something and came back.
どうしたリカちゃん？忘れ物か？
今日の圭一は100点満点でした。パチパチパチなのです。
Oh, Rika-chan suddenly complimented me. She clapped her small hands. What was she on about?
別に褒められるようなことはしてないだろう。危うく自宅を火事にするところだったし。
とこもきっとニーニーが帰ってきたような気がして、とても楽しかったと思いますです。たまにこれからもさとこのお小言に付き合ってあげてほしいの
Oh,
ですよ。
goodness gracious. I hope you're fine if you felt really like... If you... Oh wow, if you really fall asleep with your face on the keyboard, that's kind of bad. I hope you didn't hurt yourself. Goodness gracious. I hope you're fine.
サトコに小言を言われる頼りない兄貴。サトシの代わりになってやれっていうことか。
Rika-chan didn't say anything. He just smiled and went all nippa.
サトシってさ、こんなにもできた妹と一緒で何が不満だったんだ。俺がサトシだったら絶対に家出なんかしないぞ。
サトシにはサトシなりの事情があったのです。きっと。
I didn't know what he was unhappy with. But whatever the reason, it was no excuse for abandoning Satoko.
早く帰ってくるといいな。俺じゃ多分本物のニーニーの代役はいつまでも務まらないぜ。
大丈夫ですよ。今日の圭一はサトシそっくりだったのです。またお願いしますなのですよ。
If that's what would make Satoko happy, I'll take on this easy role whenever I need it to. Satoko stopped her bike under a distant exterior light and called out to her friend, who wasn't coming no matter how long she waited.
では、僕はもう行きますですよ。おやすみなさいなのです。
ああ、おやすみ。
僕ではサトシの代わりをできませんが、圭一ならできます。
Well,
これで僕も心の荷が一つ下りましたのですよ。
well, family members are certainly rather important, so I can feel how... Well, I can relate to that feeling that they've had. Leaving me with that, Rika-chan sped off on her bike. She rode up next to Satoko, and then the two of them disappeared in the blink of an eye.
サトシ、本当に早く帰ってきてやれよな。あんまり帰りが遅かったら。
I'll punch you right in the nose. Let's try our best until that day comes. Even if I could no longer hear the sound of their bicycles, I stood there for a while, seeing them off. Is that the end point? Satoko's trap course, elementary. Elementary, might. We'll go through that tip, and then we'll save the game, and then we'll take a little bit of a break.
俺が保証する。サトコならこの山で籠城して一個下相手くらいなら十分にあしらえるに違いない。
私は知ってるよ。サトコはとある国の特殊部隊に招聘されてトラップの訓練教官をやってたんだ。
Okay.
話はいいから誰か助けて。
How did it come to this? What traps did we fall for, and how did we fall for them? Mion was caught in a profusely thin pitfall she couldn't escape from, and only her head was poking above the ground. Rena's head was completely covered by a tin bucket. She was squirming around in a vain attempt to remove it. Either of these were really funny, but that's where it ended. At least they had their feet on the ground.
ケイちゃんの方はどう？抜けられそう？早く抜け出しておじさんを助けてよ。
抜け出して助けるのはミオンの方だ。このスマキ状態の俺に何をしろと言うんだ。
I was wrapped up in a bamboo mat and hanging 2 meters above the ground. Ugh, what was this trap and how did I fall into it? Huh? It was Satoko. This all started when they suggested that I was a little unfamiliar with nature, having grown up in the city, and proposed a little exploration on the mountain.
僕裏山は知らないよ。レナじゃ迷子になっちゃう。
Yes, how long does the peaceful daily life last? Indeed, I wonder, because there's no way this will last for a long time. It's just I have the itching in the back of my head that it's gonna end poorly soon.
裏山ね。小さい頃はよく遊んだけど、ここ何年かはさっぱりだな。あそこ道を誤るとかなりデンジャラスに迷うんだよな。
Oh boy.
裏山なら私たちのお任せですわよ。山が丸ごと私とリカの
All
遊び場なん
things
で
are
すもの。ね
playground.
えリカ。
おう、
Okay.
それは心強いな。じゃあここは二人の顔を立てて二人の道案内でハイキングと行こうじゃないか。
でもケイチ君、裏山は迷うから遊びに行っちゃいけないって夏休みのしおりに
Yeah.
書いてあるよ。
Mountaineering can be rather dangerous, especially if you get lost.
まだ夏休みではありませんですから大丈夫なのですよ。
That logic, though.
道を知ってますからご安心なのです。裏山は昔から私たちの遊び場でございますもの。岩も同然。抜け道、近道までバッチリでございましたよ。
Yes, both Satoko and Rika-chan knew the path like the back of their hands. Thanks to them, we had our fill of fresh air, gorgeous views, and Mother Nature, the likes of which you could never see in the village. But things got strange partway through.
そうそう皆さん、ここからは私が歩いた足跡の通りに歩くんですわよ。
Okay.
あ？突然何を言い出すんだ？
おとなしくさとこの言うことを聞く方が身のためなのです。
Yeah.
あれれ、ねえみーちゃん、ほらこれなんだろうね。引っ張るのかな。
Suddenly, squeak, crash. When Rena pulled the kite string, a bundle of bamboo spears fastened to a tree branch all came raining down with a clatter right next to where Rena was standing. Yeah, that sounded rather dangerous.
懐かしいのですよ。これは確か2年生の2学期にさとこが作ったトラップ
This
なので
sounds
す。
exceedingly dangerous.
危なかったですわね。竹襟の先端には犬の糞が塗ってありますから、傷になると後で腐り出しますわよ。
Jesus.
ここはいつからゲリラの戦場になったんだ？
Those are actually rather dangerous traps. According to Satoko and Rika-chan, earlier in elementary school, Satoko had been on a trap-making craze and set them up along every inch of this mountain.
ケイチ君、ひょっとして裏山が立ち入り禁止なのは迷うからじゃなくて
Yeah,
危ない
that'd
から
be
じゃないの
rather
かな。
that'd be rather hilarious now, wouldn't it? Ian and I both nodded wholeheartedly at Rena's hypothesis.
さ、先を急ぎますわよ。早く戻らないと暗くなってしまいますわ。暗くなったら私だって危ないでございますからね。
But you're the one who brought us to this crazy mountain. Why was an average healthy Japanese boy like me being forced to deal with life-threatening booby traps? And then, the very moment Satoko and Rika-chan just got out of sight was when the three of us all got caught in nice little traps together.
誰か出して。私おトイレに行きたいの。そんなことより誰かこのバケツ取って。早
おいレナ、あん
Oh.
まり暴れるな。パンツが見えるぞ。
Smash, crash, smash, 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 crash, bash.
見えてるだろ絶対。
Paketerna was using me as sandbag and Mion was crying.
落とし穴から抜けられなくてかわいそうなのです。
Jesus, how sadistic.
もう皆さん、だから言いましたでしょ、私から離れたらいけませんでしたよって。
I finally had an epiphany. Tataka had been so bent on taking everyone out to the mountain because she wanted to brag about all the traps she'd set up here over the years. You could have just stopped just at showing them to us. I didn't need to experience how it felt firsthand. Rika-chan bet our 3 heads in sequence in an incredibly satisfied mood. Alrighty. Well, that was interesting. Alright, I'll be back real quick. I'm gonna make myself some food. I'm gonna make myself some food, make some coffee, and I'll go practice piano for a second. So I'll be right back with you all.